The reality is, most of these fitness guys that you see online, they're not even that lean. And the ones that are, who tell you that you can achieve this physique naturally, but secretly behind closed doors, they're just blasting a bunch of gear. Now, I'm not here to start any beef, so I'm not going to name any names. But what I am here to do is separate you from the pack by helping you achieve the physique of your dreams, like the guys that you see in movies or online on YouTube. Because if you actually think about it, what is standing out from the pack? It's being lean. Because you're going to look better in pictures, your face is going to be more chiseled, your jawline's going to look like you can cut glass with it, you're going to look better in clothes, without clothes. Even if you're a smaller guy like myself, or let's take Bruce Lee for an example, he's a little bit more of a known figure. Even as small as he was at 5'7", and he weighed only about 135, he looked fucking great because of how lean he was. If he was 15 to 20% body fat in all of those scenes of him taking out 15 guys at a time, it wouldn't have been as cool. And the reason I'm telling you this is because most people want to just put on a ton of muscle, which inevitably comes with putting on fat as well. And that's the easy part. Anyone can put on a bunch of muscle. But when you're lean, you're going to stand out more because your proportions are going to be better. You're going to have that V shape, which means your shoulders and your lats are going to pop out more in comparison to your smaller waist. That's what actually matters, is the proportions. And actually, this is a fact. The number one factor of physical attraction in men is the shoulder to waist ratio, and you can only get that from, you guessed it, being lean. Because when you're all bulked up with a load of muscle and fat, you're just going to look like a Roblox character because all your proportions are out of whack. So for the single guys, that's one of the benefits of being lean, is that you're going to be more physically attractive to women. And obviously on top of that, you're going to need to know how to dress well, speak continuously, ask the right questions to keep her engaged, all that fun stuff. But ultimately, the world that we live in today, we are almost solely judged based on our physical appearance. And even though I agree with you that it's not about what's on the outside, it's about what's on the inside, the reality of the world today is that you can either complain about the rules of the game and that they're unfair, or you can use the rules to your advantage and win the fucking game. So let's win. So moving on, another benefit of being lean is that it requires discipline. When you're optimizing to try and be single digit body fat, you have to be disciplined. That means you can't just eat whatever you want whenever you want. You have to constantly be dialed in, and being locked in like that, it's going to translate to the other aspects of your life as well. For example, when I was skinny fat, I procrastinated all the fucking time. I never wanted to work, even if it was something that I actually wanted to do. And to give you an example, I don't think I've ever said this publicly on a video before, but I've wanted to start making content for about 5 years now, and I only started this past year. Why? Because I was never dialed in with my health and my nutrition and my mindset and my training like I am now. When I was doing drugs and smoking weed and drinking almost every night, I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, I got to get back to my room so I can wake up early tomorrow morning and work out and record this video, then train again, then script the next 3 video ideas. No, I was staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning, skipping workouts, eating like shit, not waking up till 12, 1 in the afternoon. And as a result, I had a higher body fat percentage, which meant I wasn't as dialed in on my goals outside of being in shape. My physique was lacking, my content was lacking, my schoolwork was lacking. Whatever it was in my life and whatever it is in your life that you might be slacking in right now, the root cause is your lack of discipline in your physical health. Because I say it all the time, in order to train the mind, we must train the body first. And that's why I hate fucking breakfast. I think breakfast is the biggest psyop in the modern world, other than the one that we all know that I'm not going to say because I don't want to get canceled. But I think breakfast is a fucking scam. When I used to eat breakfast, I would always be significantly lazier throughout the rest of the day. But when I transitioned to waking up and training first thing in the morning and then fasting the rest of that morning into the afternoon, all I would want to do is work, because fasting gives you like this superhuman brain power that makes you want to like conquer the world. Like, it sounds so fucking crazy, but if you've ever fasted before and done extended periods of fast, like 2, 3, 4 days in a row, you'll know what I'm talking about. Your work productivity is going to skyrocket because your brain isn't going to be foggy from trying to digest all the carbs that you had for breakfast. And obviously you're going to be leaner from fasting because you're going to be eating less, which means you're going to look better in clothes, look better without clothes. You're going to stand out from the pack like I mentioned before, because most of the world today is fat. And even the top 5% of the people, they hover around the 10 to 15% body fat range. But to really stand out amongst the crowd and be in the top 1% is being in single digit body fat. All you need to do is lock the fuck in. Lock in on your training, lock in on your nutrition, dial in your mindset, and the discipline that you gain from doing those things will carry over into every other aspect of your life. And that's how you stand out from the pack. I hope this one helped, my friend, and I will see you tomorrow.